Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and welcome back to some more weight loss stories. If you're new here, please tap that subscribe button below for more weight loss stories and to join our awesome community, the Narwhals. My friends stopped being impressed by my weight loss ages ago. I just reached my goal weight. Would you cheer for me in their place? At first, they were so impressed, and then I lost more, and it became old news for them. I can understand why, but now that I finally reached my goal weight, 32 female, 5 foot 4 inches, starting weight 187 pounds, goal weight 121 pounds, I need someone to acknowledge it, so I figured you guys could replace my friends. I wasn't always a big girl. I was quite thin even. After I left home at 19, I began putting on weight, very slowly at first, but then it ended up being almost exponential. In December of 2017, my BMI reached 32, and my body horrified me. Some people are beautiful when they're big, but I'm not one of these. I found an old message where I told a friend that I would love to lose 25 kilos, 55 pounds, but that it was like hoping to win the lottery. Last December, my sister told me that as a New Year's resolution, she would cut out completely added sugar from her diet during a month, and she asked me to do it with her as a support. I was very addicted to sugar, drinking 3 sodas every day, the first one 5 minutes after waking up. But man, stopping sugar completely, that was mad. But without really believing in myself, I agreed. January came and it was agony. Sugar withdrawal is no joke, but hey, I suffered to this day, so why not make it worth it by continuing one more day? I suffered this week, so why not make it worth it by continuing one more week? 2 weeks on, my sister gives up. I don't. It's beginning to be more and more manageable. February, wow, I did it. And what's that odd number on my scale? I've lost 6 kilos, 13 pounds. Holy frig. Well, since it's beginning to almost be easy, why not do it for one more month? And this time, I will go easy on calories as a whole, so I can continue to lose weight. March, well, now that I know it's working, let's do it all the way. I'm beginning to use my Fitness Pal, but having stopped sugar, I don't have to force myself to eat better. I naturally don't crave junk food anymore, and I don't feel the need to snack. I stopped using my Fitness Pal. I'm too lazy for all that logging, and I'm managing without. Let's set an arbitrary goal weight. 30 kilos sounds nice. I will never be able to reach it, but one can dream. April, a vacation's away. I allow myself 1 dessert and 1 soda. I was so worried, but it's no big deal. I didn't fall back into addiction. June, sugar is now okay from time to time, but very rarely. August, I can now consume sugar 2 to 3 times a week, and it's okay. I have to be careful, but if I maintain a bit of self-control, it will be fine. And this is the story of how I lost 30 kilos. And now I feel so much better in my body. I have loose skin everywhere, but I don't really care. For the first time in my life, I have managed to set a goal and reach it. I did it, guys. I didn't quit this time. My self-esteem got a huge boost, and it was very much needed. Thank you all for this wonderful subreddit, where I found support, positivity, and answers to my questions. And now, the maintenance begins. It's not like there is a big difference. Well, here is a complete list. Today, I ran into someone who I had not seen in a long while. She noticed how I had lost weight, specifically 51 pounds. I weighed 298 pounds before my doctor said I was now type 2 diabetic. My last weigh-in 2 days ago put me at 247. My sugar has never been over 110 max. She asked how I did it. Portion control. Dropped the sugars and half the carbs. She asked how I felt. Great, amazing, so many different ways losing weight has benefited me. Then she drops this. Well, it's not like there is a big difference. Sure, it looks like a lot, but if you're honest with yourself, it doesn't affect your day-to-day life except losing it on the foods that your body wants. Well, she claims to frequent Reddit, so here is hoping she sees this, because I doubt I will run into her again. I was 2 hours out of town. So ladies and gents, here is a complete, comprehensive, everything I can think of list that losing weight has made my life better. I will probably add little tidbits on former fat habits on certain things if they come to mind. Keep in mind, I'm not sure if they are directly related to losing weight, but they only happened after I dropped the pounds. I can get off my couch and overstuffed chair with ease. I do not struggle or make any grunting noise at all. I am able to fully get up and down from the toilet with ease. Furthermore, being honest with myself there is less area to clean when wiping. I feel cleaner. Speaking of toilets, I have to drop a few senators less often, a lot less often. It takes longer for me to start sweating when working out and doing any type of work. My mex drive has pretty much doubled. I have also gained a full inch of banana, as pointed out by my wife. This was a really feel-good moment. I wake up far easier and fall asleep quicker. I seem to be in all-over better mood. I am more calm than typical. I was a calm person before, but past things that tick me off just makes me grunt. I am far more patient with everything. I can tie my shoes without strain. I have noticed a difference in my concentration, increased duration, and focus. I spend less money on clothing. By this, I mean that bigger clothing like Walmart adds $2, but my clothes last longer. They are not rubbing together either. They do not get stretched out and full of holes. I can wear a belt without it pinching my stomach and making me bleed. I can wear clothes that no longer feel tight and uncomfortable, no matter how big I get them. My old shirts are now being used as bedtime shirts, 4XL shirts. I have yet to have any rashes from sweat from being fat around my thighs and below area. I do not have to find big and tall stores to shop at. When driving, I do not have to rely on only my mirrors. I can fully turn around in my chair to look behind me when backing up. When getting into my van, it does not noticeably drop a few inches. My facial hair is now growing thicker and quicker. I wish this would happen on my thinning hair on top. My cheekbones are visible. They are friggin' visible. I always used to have sort of pudgy cheeks, not anymore. I can bend over without it hurting my legs or head. Food tastes better. Foods I didn't like before taste great. It's like my tongue was coated in sugar that prevented taste from coming through. I spend less on food, like holy crap, a lot less. I am actually ashamed to admit how much I was spending on eating out. Ever since I stopped drinking anything except water, my teeth feel better. I can actually feel less pain when eating and drinking. My teeth feel cleaner when brushing. This was oddly noticeable, and before, I had to brush and rinse and floss again, as some particles did not come out. And now maybe I was buying crappy teeth cleaning stuff, but since I dropped the sodas, my teeth just feel cleaner. And there were no particles hidden between my gums. Even my dentist pointed this out recently. Of course, I stopped drinking soda over 2 years ago. Last year, I gave up my second addiction, milk. I noticed that when I speak, I have a little problem pronouncing my words. I tended to slur them a little, and now that has not happened. My wife says she can hug me closer and tighter. So far, my bed is lasting longer. We used to go through a bed every 2 years, it seemed. The springs always got worn out, and there were huge dips in the bed where I slept. That is not happening now. It's been a year since we got a new mattress, and it's still going strong. I love taking walks. I used to hate it because my knees would click, and they no longer click. I do not crave fast food, and this was a huge worry for me. I use fast food as a reward system for myself. I grew up with a narcissistic family, and many still are, and the only way to make myself happy or encourage myself was eating out. This was also the only way I could see my friends, who it turns out were only my friends because I paid for them to eat out. When I dropped the fast food, it took a month for me to notice I just don't crave it. And people talk to me with more respect. At restaurants, I couldn't sit at a booth without worrying if it will push my stomach in too much. And now, it does not matter. I'll sit wherever I want. A while ago, I went hiking and I saw this little dog wandering off from its owner. I ran into a full sprint to grab its leash because it was heading towards a rattler. This was early in the morning at Black Diamond Mines, so rattlers are still out. I noticed that when all was said and done, it was not that far of a sprint, but breathing in and out was not a struggle. It actually felt good. I could feel the crisp cold air going in and out, and it felt good. When I went in for my checkup after not seeing my doctor for a few months, he had to sit down when he noticed the weight I had lost. He was just so giddy and happy. He wants to check my liver in a few months and see if any of the fat deposits have left. To be fair, here's a list of things I do not like since losing weight. I get teased. Yeah, seriously. I get teased for still being overweight. Doing something about it doesn't matter to these types. But hey, they don't matter to me. That's all I can think of. So, you know who you are, but knowing you probably blocked this sub. And besides, I have no idea what your username is, and now you probably know mine, but I don't care. This is everything I can currently think of that I noticed on how losing weight has helped me. You know what? I am not going to stop. I have no plans on stopping, regardless of what anyone says. As a former and or soon to be former obese dude, I chose not to listen to the crap that people like to pretend is true. There is no way you can be healthy and have this much weight on you. It's just not possible. And genetics is not stopping me. Finances is not stopping me. A family or friends is not stopping me. A society standards is not stopping me. The only person who can stop me is myself, and I refuse to. And that brings us to the featured narwhals of the day from our Reddit community. To join our Reddit community, just open the description below. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more weight loss stories, and to join our friendly community, the narwhals. AIX says, face gains. I started this journey less than 3 months ago, and I can't believe how much I've changed. I couldn't have done it without this amazing community. Upvotes 2805 says, trying not to feel bad about the 10 pounds I gained during quarantine, and being back at that only 10 pounds left mark sucks. At 200 pounds to 160, 1 year maintaining, besides quarantine. Miss Dex says, starting weight 180 pounds, I think, current weight 157, and goal weight 130. 5'3", started my weight loss journey in May, and can finally say I'm seeing a difference. I was feeling pretty bad about not seeing any changes, but looking at photos, I finally see it. I'm around the halfway mark, and it feels pretty good. And thanks for sharing, featured narwhals. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe for more weight loss stories and to join our friendly community, the narwhals. And thanks for watching, narwhals, and I'll see you in the next one.